Hey Dennis, you want to do this?
Here today. Most of you know that I used to go here when we moved to Boise. And it's so good to see all of you. It's my family. Just want to say that I hope you realize what a very special place this is. It's just so full of love and support for everyone. And really cherish it. Because Deanna and I are having trouble finding that in Boise, but we will. So with love and light, give whatever you want to give and keep this place going. Thank you. Thanks, Beth. Let's do a guided meditation, shall we? Let things finish their journey. Wish we had time for two. Since we don't have time for two. When you get home today, if you are so inclined, today or tomorrow, one of the guided meditations I wanted to do was to walk us through a process where we could help those fallen soldiers that have not crossed over, help them do that. So let me tell you how to do that, and you can do that as you see fit. What that looks like is being in a place where you feel sacred and you feel safe, and you wrap yourself in love, and you open a doorway to heaven, divine source, whatever that is, through your love. You just allow the love to connect with love of all that is. And then you invite any soldiers that may have passed in conflict, that have not crossed over. Let them know you'll remember them. You'll remember them. And let them know that their time here is done. And it's time to walk free. And invite them. And as you invite them, call angels to come. And angels will kind of just guide the way. You know, it's kind of like when you see an airplane. You know, this is the way you go. So they'll just kind of guide them over. Nobody's going to drag somebody to the other side if they don't want to. But it would be a wonderful opportunity for us to do that, since tomorrow's Memorial Day. And I feel like there's many that are ready now, but need just a little bit of encouragement to go. So if you feel like doing that, please do that. Once you feel you have assisted as much as you can leave that doorway open and allow as many to go on through as they want to. You disconnect from that by just taking a deep breath and stepping away and closing that visual out. Think of something else, and then you're disconnected, and that process can continue as much as necessary. Any questions on that? Okay, wonderful. So if you get a chance to do that, tell me your progress, your results with that, because I think that's going to be profound. And now my nose is running because I was crying. I get to be human, so there we go. So, yes, ma'am.
I did that once.
And they can't hear you in the back room.
Oh.
Hold on. I had this experience once crossing over a Vietnam warrior who, the thing I would want to say about that is, if you have them, encourage them to know that they are forgiven, they are loved, and they can go over. Because that was the thing, is that they didn't know they could go. So Awesome. It's really important. Thank you. Thank you very much for that clarification. That was really good. Thanks. All right. So the reason I wanted you to do that on your own is because I wanted to give you a guided meditation for you today as well. We're going to look at our crossroads. So if you'd be so kind, just take a deep breath in and exhale. And Mr. Phil, can we have those? There we go. Thank you much. Another deep breath in and exhale. Deep breath in and exhale. And allow yourself to settle into your heart space. Being in your heart space is very safe. Your heart, your physical heart, is protected by your breastbone and your spine and the rib cage that surrounds it. So too spiritually you're safe. You're surrounded by love and clear intent. Another deep breath in and exhale. And just enjoy that sense of being safe. Now with this sense of safety, you may find that there's some discomfort in your physical form, or perhaps a little bit of agitation or feeling not okay. We want to let that go. And one way to do that easily and quickly is to open the portals at the bottoms of your feet. They just look like the eye of a camera. It's just with your imagination, they are awakened and opened. And any unwanted energy can drain out the bottoms of your feet. This could be clutter, chaos, or feeling not good enough, or sorrow, or pain. And just let that go. As you release that, the earth receives it, and like our Mother Earth welcomes our sorrows and our pain, and you are not doing any damage. It's a beautiful thing. So allow that process to continue. As you become clearing, more and more things releasing, they'll release in their own time as they're ready. Open the portal at the top of your head. There is a portal there also. And as you become aware of that, it will open like the eye of a camera. And this connects you to all it is. It connects you to love, to light, to joy, harmony, and peace. And as you feel that connection, you will have a sense of this beautiful living light of love flowing down into the top of your head from heavenly realms. And as you receive this living light of love, allow it to touch your mind. And as it touches your mind, feel peaceful and joyful and confident and strong. And know that you're loved. Allow this loving presence, this loving light, to acknowledge to you, you have value. Letting more and more love and light flow down into your body. Let it touch your eyes, your ears, your throat, down into your shoulders. We carry a lot of tension in our shoulders, so you might want to roll your shoulders to release that. Where there's tension, energy doesn't flow. And the more relaxed we become, the more energy flows, more awareness flows all the time. Letting more and more love and light flow into your arms, into your hands, into your torso. Letting this living light of love touch every organ, every system, every tissue, every fiber, every cell, bringing love and light, healing, and abundance into every cell of your being. Letting more and more love and light flow through you down into your legs. And the portals at the bottoms of your feet are still open, so let this love pour through you, becoming a conduit of love and light. Feels good to share what feels so good. And know that the earth receives this and shares it with whomever is in need. Feels good to be of service in this way. Now gently close the bottoms of your feet. And as you do so, you become a vessel of light. More and more love and light flowing into your body and into the energy field that surrounds you. And with that, let's take a little walk. Find yourself upon a dusty pathway, dusty road perhaps, well-traveled. Notice if there's any flowers blooming nearby, or if there's any other travelers on the road with you. There may be, there may not be. This is your journey. And as you continue down this pathway, this road, notice whether your pathway turns to the left or turns to the right as you approach a curve ahead. The direction of this curve may have spiritual significance for you, so just be aware. And continue to follow this road, this pathway. Follow it around the corner, around the curve. And up ahead you see a crossroads. The crossroads symbolizes choice in your life. You may be in a place where you've made choices and you're ready to move forward effortlessly. You may feel as if you don't know which path to take just yet. But even if you feel like you're ready to go, or whether you feel as if you don't know what step to take, let's stand here at this crossroads for just a moment. And put into your heart space the query of what is the best choice at this time for me? What does my heart want to do? And as you do that, ask Spirit to reveal to you guidance for the journey. And that guidance will come as a form of a symbolic object. It will either be right at your feet, or it will be on the path going to the left, or the path going to the right. Whatever that symbolic object is, whether you understand what it is or not, or what it means or not, receive that with gratitude, as it will have symbolic information for you. And as you receive that gift, that symbolic object, hold in your heart space a deep sense of gratitude. Because gratitude is the fuel that fires our spiritual journey. And as you feel that deep sense of gratitude, know that you have a gift, that you're ready to leave here. Perhaps it's a word or a thought or a feeling or some symbolic object. And you can leave it here as a symbol of your gratitude. And if you feel comfortable doing so, move forward on whichever path feels right to you, even if you don't know what it's supposed to mean for you, or even if it seems strange. If you have a sense of now is the time to wait just a bit, you need a little more information, feel free to do that as well. And know that waiting is also a choice. Not because you're stuck, but because you choose. And allow your path or your waiting to bring you back into this room, back into this time and space, back into the here and now. I want to take a deep breath in, stretch a little bit, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, and welcome back. Does anyone have a question about their symbolic object or their journey? Yes, sir. Let's get you.
So I was in the Depression era. That time, I was a young man wearing overalls with no shirt, walking the path barefooted, and
boy, you got into the story today.
I did, and I went. My first roundabout was to the right, and up ahead was a railroad track and a four-way stop.
Four-way stop, wow.
And there was a cardinal, a red bird, to the right, so that's the way I went. And I pulled a button off my overalls as what I left behind.
Okay, so let's track this back and see what all's there. The curve to the right indicates this is some new thing that you're taking a look at. That there's, if your pathway went to the left, there may be some old things that you're revisiting, but yours is going to the right, so this symbolizes, if it feels right to you, it symbolizes a new adventure. The railroad track, where was the railroad track in relationship to your path?
It was over to the left
of
the main path.
Off the main path.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, this is the past. You may have just trucked right through, just kept going. You're doing it differently this time. You know, a train is unstoppable. It's just, I'm on track, I'm going. So this is giving you the ability to shift and change as you go, being adaptive. A train just, I'm on my tracks, this is how it is. That make sense?
Yeah, perfect.
And you followed the cardinal. Okay, so a red cardinal, anything that is symbolically red in the guided meditation is all about power, and it's about passion. Cardinal kind of sings to us a little bit about the cardinal directions and being true to yourself. So you're being asked to really doubly be true to yourself, not only the red, but the fact that it's a cardinal. So be true to yourself. And you gave a button back. Oh, let me ask what that might mean for you. And again, anything I get, if it rings true for you, then that's fine. If it doesn't, then it's up to you. What I'm getting is a button pull things together. So what you're giving back is your willingness to put things together and make something new, make something. It's like a binding, not in a negative way, but it's like you can put two people together that work together and lock and load, and then the project is successful. Does that make sense to you?
Perfectly.
Okay. So wonderful. Did you have any questions about anything else?
No, thank you very much.
Wonderful. Would you pass it back to over here, please?
Mine was less a crossroad as it was a small dirt path off of the main highway. The main highway was going to the left. There was huge infrastructure. A lot of things were built. And I recognized that as the life that I built up to now. The two-lane road, and that's all it was. Not even that. It was a dirt path with tire tracks. At that point, what came to me was a sword. I made a choice to walk down that little rutted road. And what I left was a very cold, hard, ceramic rock type representation of my heart.
Okay. So swords, generally speaking, when they arrive in a guided meditation, they have to do with the sword of truth. And the sword of truth cuts through illusion, cuts both ways, coming in and going. So this truth, you've made a commitment to follow your truth, whatever that is for you. And leaving behind this hard ceramic representation of your heart, this is letting you know that you're now willing to really live in the joyous truth that you are, rather than keeping your heart bound and cold and shut down. Does that make sense to you?
It does. The large infrastructure that was by the side of the big highway?
And was it left or right?
The highway went left, and to the left of the highway was this huge, massive infrastructure.
Okay, so you've already built all that you need. It's not time to build more, it's now time to do. Act on what you already know, already have. You're not abandoning it, but you're moving beyond that structure. Make sense?
It does, thank you.
Okay, cool. I think we have one more over here. Yeah. Allie, you first and then we'll move forward.
So mine was, I was in the desert, like a red rock desert. And my path for the most part was very straight in front of me with a slight dodge in the far distance. When I got to my crossroad, it was crossing diagonally from right and behind me up to the left. But instantly I felt, ew, no, don't go there. And just an extremely strong feeling of, nope, you're exactly where you need to be. You need to keep going straight. And as soon as it was time to step forward in that, all of a sudden where the crossroad went across, it kind of shadowed and almost like it dropped down, like there was a hole there. And I couldn't move forward. Like there was a bar in front of me keeping me from, accidentally stepping into this. And then when it came time to leave whatever the token was, it wouldn't come to me. It took a very long time, and I wasn't able to pull anything out of my pocket. There was nothing that came up in my hand, and finally, just a single coffee bean was all I had. So I have no idea what the coffee bean would be. I think everything else I kind of figured out. Okay, don't go there, sister. We already dealt with that.
Yeah, right. Been there, done that. Don't do that again.
Right.
Okay, so the crevasse that kind of opened up is this pit of where you had been before.
Mm-hmm.
The bar is you're protected from moving where you're not meant to go.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And when you're not ready. So even though you know you're on the right path, there may be things that you're not quite ready to take the next step, that leap of faith.
Okay.
So the coffee bean. Often what we give in this in a guided meditation represents what we came here to do, and our gift to the universe, our gift to the world. And you're giving that coffee beans. You're here to you're bringing energy.
Oh, okay, all right.
Because isn't that what coffee does? It ramps you up and gives you energy, and you do have really powerful energy. So this is something that you came to share, is that energy, and your path will awaken and give you an outlet for that energy in a good way, where you feel safe and protected.
Oh, well, very good. Okay, that makes sense.
Very cool.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Along my dirt path was a white picket fence, and there were horses running along with me.
Oh, I want your path.
I know, right? And I instinctively went to the right, and when I came to the crossroads, I knew I was going to go straight ahead. There was no question. And a horse appeared and offered me the opportunity to ride my path. And when I looked down, I had given the horse wings, and we just took off soaring.
Awesome.
I'll join you there too.
Yeah. We'll do that next time. That's where we're going to go. Plot that out for us.
Vegas is for all.
Yeah, exactly. So you're just ready to fly, girl. And you have spiritual help here. The energy of horses in a guided meditation often represents power. And the fact that you gave it wings is you gave power to spiritual forces to assist you. So this is this teamwork. How cool is that? And then you guys just took off. So your gift is a gift of empowerment. So you will probably help other people find their power as part of your journey, part of your life experience.
The horse is strong in this one.
The horse is strong in this one. Yes, very true. All right, so let's wrap it up for now. If you have other. Okay, one more. One more.
I wonder the horse is strong.
Okay, so I was walking down my path, and it was just a dirt path, and a dark-figured man walked past me and walked the opposite direction of me from the left side of the path versus the right. So when I walk I walked up to the left side and there was nothing around me. It was just a floating dirt path. And so I get up to my crossroad for left or right, and I'm sitting there and I'm thinking about it. I'm like, I need to get closer to Earth. So I sit down and I cross my legs and I just kind of meditate with it and I think about it. And a Native American spirit comes to me, an elder man. He seems a leader, and he points in the right direction for me. And before, when I looked at the right path, there wasn't anything there, but it was like he opened something for me, and I walked through the elements. I walked through fire, I walked through air, and then I walked through water. And when I got to the end, it was earth, and I laid down in the grass, and I just absorbed everything that I had just went through.
Wow, very cool. Okay, so the fact that your path was floating was up, you're on an ascension path. You're here to spiritually ascend. That's your soul's purpose here. The Native American guide, this elder, your path will open for you what is right for you. There will be challenges along that path. An ascension path is a pretty big deal. But you're going to face them, you're going to just walk right through them. The final piece where you lay down in the grass and just absorbed, this is asking you to remember to be grounded in your journey. This ascension path, as powerful as it is, the more grounded you are, the higher you can go. So this is asking you to remind yourself to do that. And grounding can be as simple as remembering that you have a physical form and taking care of the physical form, and that will empower that journey.
I forgot to mention that I bowed down to him and thanked him as well.
So there's that gratitude feeling that. So you acknowledge that there's some ancient wisdom guiding your journey, guiding your path, and you're grateful for that. So you're a brave one. Wow. Hang in there, we get to watch.